It's Thursday and we're going to talk about family, love, and life. Today, we forgot to tell our viewers that we're doing ethnic diversity, cultural acceptability. You know, there's unity in diversity, and that's why I dress like that, because I'm getting lots of messages. Why are you guys dressed this way? So that's why we're dressed. We're doing that for the end of the year.
Cultural Christmas.
Yes, cultural Christmas. Just to let Nigerians know that we're still one together. We should remain one. Anyway, so it's Thursday. So the internet broke in the last 24 hours because one of Nigeria's top celebrities was 45 years old. Lady Iyabo Ojo turned 45. Not only that, she revealed the man in her life. Now, you know, on the show, we don't like talking about people. Though. Our objective is not to talk about people, just to use their story as a reference point. So the conversation is that we're happy for her, that she's found love. But the real conversation is finding love after divorce or after separation, after a breakdown, or after being widowed, or how you lose a spouse. These are things that in our culture, women are found to be, are expected to be pious, where even if your husband dies, you expect to just stay by yourself, raise your children, you know, be engaged in community service till you die. Remarrying is not so prevalent. It's not something that is widely accepted across. But although in modern times we're seeing that it's changing, but a lot of people just rather, for them, it carries better, it's more honorable to stay single for life, regardless of what happens, even after divorce, because then you are seen and respected. That, you know, it was never, that the divorce wasn't your fault. But the moment you find love again, people start asking questions. So the conversation this morning is finding love again. Is that the new trend? Is it the new normal? Because we've seen even Rita Dominic, she has never been married before, but she found love at a bit older age, and she's happy, she's full of life. So all this pressure, we are pressurizing young people, you have to marry, but is it still necessary at this time in 2023, 2022? Should we begin to talk about this normally so that we normalize these perceptions? Or no, we make these perceptions abnormal so that people begin to understand that you can find love at any age, even at 50 or 55. Let me start with you, Obeaji. What are your thoughts on this finding love at an older age?
I like the community service you mentioned. So when love doesn't work out for some people, just start community service.
Yes.
You know, but I believe that everybody is worthy of love.
Yeah.
Everybody is deserving of love. The only thing is a lot of people are not aware that they are worthy to have that love, especially when the first love, you know, goes awry, when things go wrong, you've made a first attempt at love and then it doesn't work out. Some people will just feel maybe this is not for me, and then they shrink back into their community service, you know, just raising their kids, minding their business. And I realized that some of them that I've spoken to always feel like it's not for me, it didn't work out the first time, why do I want to bother anymore? But I'm happy that people are becoming more aware. People are becoming aware to the point where they are learning to love themselves, to understand that things can happen either way. So you can get into a loving relationship at an early age and it doesn't work out, and then a few years afterwards you find somebody, or the love doesn't find you at an early age. Some of us married really early here, and I have a friend who just got married 2 months ago, that she was my chief bridesmaid, and she got married 2 months ago, and we are almost at the same age level, you know. So, you know, the pressure that society gives you when you don't find that love early, I think we need to soft pedal. I have single friends who come around me and I don't put them under pressure like, who are you dating now? Well, I don't even discuss that, except they bring it to me. Maybe they want to ask me a few questions on how to deal with their relationship. If you don't bring it, I don't ask you, because I want you to understand that I love you the way you are. I want you to be happy. Your mental health is important to me. Your happiness is important to me. However love comes, and love will meet you at the state where you're in. I'm very particular about ensuring that young people around me are in a wholesome state. They are loving themselves, so that when love comes, love meets you where you are loving yourself, and it takes a cue from that to treat you that way.
The controversy that surrounded Mercy Aigbe found love, you know, and it's important that we should begin to talk about making it okay for women and men to decide at the age of 60, at the age of 50, that I want to remarry. I want to marry somebody and I want to be happy. Why is it so difficult for society to accept that a woman who has probably been long divorced, a woman who has been widowed, or a woman who has been separated should find love again?
Okay, I believe that love is sweeter with maturity, not necessarily with money. Because with maturity,
I like that.
You're clear with peace of mind.
Yeah.
I married early. I married at 26. And I'm loving differently now. I'm just lucky to be loving the same person. And we're growing together. It's different now. It was chaotic in the beginning. Especially because I didn't date. It was most beautiful. I think it was the honeymoon phase for 3 years. But the moment I got pregnant, everything went upside down. It took my husband to hold, I think it was the last thread holding the relationship. So imagine that as disconnected as I was at the time, focused on a lot of other things, he was that way, the thing don't finish. So maybe it would have been more beautiful, because now if I were to date somebody, it would be a different thing entirely. I'm focused on so many other things now. I'm not an emotional person at all at this stage. I don't have time where you don't have
nonsense.
time. I don't have time for nonsense.
I like what you said. Love is sweeter with
maturity. You have clarity.
You're clear.
You know where you're going.
So even if you're going for money, you know you're there for the money. If you're there for the love, you know. If you're not there for the other room, you know that you're there for the other room. Everybody is clear what we are here for.
Not necessarily, just as I said, not necessarily money, because at this time, I can afford the things I want. I don't need, I can afford what I want. I'm clear about what I want. I know how to set it as a target. Unlike, as a young girl, you come in with the mindset of, maybe my husband will do certain things for me. And then you keep expecting those things. And so a lot of young people have that confusion. I think that the classes should address...
All right, I'll come to you, Waiki, but I have to go on a break. But you see, there are so many angles to this that, as I said, we don't like talking about people, but this is now a blended family because according to the report, they've been dating for a long time. Kept it secret. Now, that's another angle. Why must they keep their love life secret? That's one.
So you don't
Number two, how are they going to manage the blended family? Because these are things that are fairly, they've been happening for years, but we've never really articulated how it plays out. So these are things we'll talk about when we come back to this. So congratulations again to the celebrity, Iyabo Ojo recently got married. Who recently revealed her significant
Wedding
other.
bells.
I've confessed it.
Yeah, don't they, Professor?
But the point is, as much as we're happy for her, we're also trying to normalize the conversation around finding love again, regardless of what has happened to you in the past. And I was going to come to YK because now we're having blended families. We're going to be having, these are people that they kept their love away from social media for so many years. I mean, nobody knew. I don't know how long they've been dating, but for some of the findings we've had is that they've been on for a while and nobody knew. Do you think it was right for them to keep it this secret, or do you think that they should have at least be in the celebrity couple that we all know?
I don't think there's any need for them to announce it, because it's when people put eye on your thing that the thing will start to spoil. So better just face your own. No, I really truly believe that. It's the same way I believe that big weddings are not necessary, because what happens is it's not everybody that comes to your wedding with good hearts. The ones that will be saying, they will pray for you. Inside their heart, they'll be saying,
Yoruba woman.
no, but it's true. But for finding love, well, I think the older, the better. Because at that point, you're not expecting anything. You're not expecting to have kids. You're not expecting to help me buy house or help me buy car. Everybody
has had their own house. Everybody has their own children. Everybody has done their own. Children have gone to university, and now you can objectively fall in love.
I'm telling you.
You can find the one that you want, that your heart really wants.
I'm not saying that if you fall in love at a young age, you cannot carry it to old age. But when you do that, and the kids go, when the kids leave, if you truly love each other, it's when the kids go that your marriage will just start.
Thank you for taking me to this place. Is it possible that Nigerian marriages are not really true? Let me tell you why. Because all these Oyimbos, right, when they get married, it's after the children, just like you said, when the children leave, it's like that's when they now start going to their honeymoon, they start traveling the world, because they were actually friends. But when we are here, when we marry for different reasons, it is time. oh, I am 25, somebody's afraid. No, there are societal, communal reasons. Not because you really love the guy. Yes, the guy is fantastic, he's a nice guy, you love him. Sometimes you even fall in love with the guy. But everything you guys do is based on what society expects you to do, have children a year after, have clinical, you know, have a house, all those things. Now, when those things have done, and then the kids go, they're now faced with the man. Now, let me finish. Let me lay the context.
They finished since
so now, the man and woman are left together. And then now, the woman is now, the scales have dropped off her eyes. And she now is like, you know what? I don't want this man anymore. That happens a lot.
And one hand
in Nigeria.
You take that film you watch, even when divorce pass anything. That film, it's where they go anymore. People that cannot stand small things. Do you know what our mothers? You know, our mothers also stayed and fell in love. Most of the mothers, okay, well, in my circle, they can't survive the death of one partner. They gray quickly.
And that's dependence now. That's dependence. That's not love.
That's why I say you can't generalize. Okay. I have seen both sides.
Okay.
I have seen the side that is most closest to me is that after the kids grow up, especially after university, the kids, we go. For my parents, for instance, they just became like brothers and sisters. The closeness just became something else.
Yeah.
Eat together, do everything together. One person travels, the other one is falling sick. And then death came. We had to rush to my mom. We had to gather her.
Before she follows her.
Before she go follow her, now they're too tight. They be like twins. So we had to do something
about it.
That
doesn't tell me if there was true love. Sometimes you stay because I have to stay. Where am I going after?
I bet what if they find true love?
I wanted to go there.
So is that? You know, when I say true love, it means that both of you are like there's real love, and you're still doing like Wyke is doing.
Yeah. So for me, I would advise that you are as a woman, you're certain the man loves you. Your own love, you can find it under a conducive atmosphere. It's easy for a woman to fall in love when the conditions are right. Yes. There's a thriving environment, there's love, there's peace. It's just easy to before you realize it, you are so in love with your husband, you don't even know what's happening anymore. You may not have loved him before getting in. But ensure as a woman that the man loves you, because I think the way men are wired, I may not be right, I'm not a scientist, but I think the way they are wired, they can spot and say, this is the person I want. And no matter what you do, is that person that they want, and you can't change their mind. So for them, they can spot on that love and pick it, but for women, if the conditions are right, you fall in love. So that's one on one hand. Then secondly, let's also not discourage young love. But what I would advise is, as a young person, ensure that you marry a good man. Because time will come in that marriage where you begin to evolve. That, like, it's happening to us now. When we married, we didn't even know who. You know, we advise you now to make sure you know who you are. We did not know who we were. We knew not.
Speak for yourself.
We knew not who we were. We were not we anything. So don't get deceived with all this motivational talk that we are talking. We're trying to help you if you can think, but we didn't have that space. Our saving grace is we married good men who gave us the room to explore and evolve in the marriage. So ensure that you're spotting a good man. How does he talk to other people? How does he treat other people? How does he talk to his colleagues? How does he talk to his family members? Does he have an authority he can listen to? Does he keep grudge for years? Does he punish animals? So those are some of the markers that will let you know this person is a good man. So that when you now start I've evolved in, like, my husband will tell you, busy.
Different phases.
Do I even know who she is? I've evolved in so many different ways, but I still love who you are, and that's why I'm able to flourish. So just make sure that you have a good person.
So when I was watching, you know, I was watching these two adults. They look so happy. And their happiness is not this kind of happiness you see on a young couple. Young couple their love is always aloof. They just love, This one was a mature love. You could see the man, the woman.
Why did you say young couples are...
Did you see me when I was just married?
Their love, they're clueless, the love is there. They're apprehensive of the marriage, of the future. They could see they're loving, they love each other. But they're just like, you could see the fear, the fact that, okay, we're about to get into it. What's going to happen next?
I don't know what you're saying.
I didn't have that fear. I still don't have that fear.
When you see a couple, when you see a newly married couple, the point of they're young. They're about to get into this marriage. They're not really sure. And even though they're happy and smiling and dancing, there's something, even though you see that, okay, we're about to get into this thing. these people, Iyabo Ojo and Paulo that I saw, is matured love. Like the man he stand well, the woman stand well.
You can feel a knowing.
Yes,
yeah,
I can see that they found each other. They are clear. It's, so it's a sweeter love of maturity, of certainty, of I know why I'm here. Even if they break up tomorrow, they've enjoyed that moment. They've enjoyed, even if whatever it is, they've enjoyed that moment, and they can move on. They are both heads up high. But a young love, if you break up, she's depressed, he's depressed, everybody's crying. These two guys, we've been there.
They will not cry.
No, please. I mean, I like what they see. They're fantastic.
Yes.
That's what I read. If I cannot read down,
I don't know what you're reading because I just saw one video of one guy where they say, you may now kiss your bride. Before you knew it, he pounce on the bride. Bride fall for ground.
Immature love
the
now.
two of them begin.
These are the clueless love we're talking about.
Those ones, they seem to be. I didn't see any apprehension.
See what this Oyibo film we do.
I only saw joy.
Think that kissing na quarrel. Na Telemundo they make them say kissing na quarrel. When we used to watch them, when they kiss like this, it's like they're kissing with daggers.
Please, Nima, please tell us how is kissing supposed to be done? Please.
Oh my God,
Alaja
Nima. Breakfast morning.
It's breakfast morning. He's confused. Okay, I think we can wrap up on this subject. Maybe. But the point is, I think there are various things. The first is you can't find love young, and I think I don't want, just like BC said, let's not discountenance that. That's important. You can find love, and that love can sustain you till the end of your life. It's happened, and we've seen it. That's possible. There are people, however, that things happen, life happens to them, and it's also okay for you to find love in the latter years of your life. Either way, make sure you have a good man, you have a good woman who you can stick with no matter what. Congratulations again to Iyabo Ojo and Paulo. I'm happy for them. I like the blended family. I like the connection I see, and I hope the best.
I've used that one too to congratulate my cousin Millicent, who got married, you know, in her 50s with her.
Yes, so that's what we're talking about. Why your community?
That was such a lovely wedding.
Your community is full of elderly married people.
Very mature, very peaceful. The two of them.
They know who
now
they
you are
are.
talking.
We were at a party on Sunday. She's scared of heights. So the guy was now trying to persuade her to climb up.
Hey,
Love will kill me, I die. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about.
but it's just your love. They just want to do wedding ceremony, lights everywhere.
But mine wasn't like that.
That is all we can say on this segment. We'll come back.
No time to gist you. Before you end this, I need to say, Obiadulu says she's not going to be talking for this because Mariah has stick there. Nima has stick there. They want to beat her.
See, my stick is towards you.
We'll be back. Let's go to break.